Patek Philippe is such a prestigious brand that even the smallest change, whether it's a new dial color or discontinuing a model, sends ripples through the industry. But this time, it's really big. The brand has just launched its first new collection in 25 years. Let that sink in for a second. I'm talking, of course, about the Cubitus, a line that is buzzing with everyone from collectors to casual enthusiasts. Let's break it down because there's a lot to unpack here. The roots of the Cubitus, how we got here. Now before diving into the Cubitus, let's rewind for a second and talk about what makes Patek Philippe, well, Patek Philippe. It's not just any watch brand, it is the watch brand. And every single collection that they release has a story behind it. That same spirit of innovation and boundary-pushing design is what has led us to the Cubitus today. Every 20 to 25 years, Patek Philippe shakes up its entry-level sports lines. And the Cubitus is the next evolution after the Nautilus and the Aquanaut. We're talking about something that's rooted in history, but is also boldly stepping into the future. Design and evolution, the Cubitus in detail. Now, let's get into the Cubitus itself, because this is where things get juicy. The first thing that's going to catch your eye? The proportions. Compared to the Nautilus, the Cubitus looks bigger and almost clunky, especially with its sharp bracelet taper that doesn't quite match the heft of the case. It's bold, but some might say that it feels a little unfinished, like it needs a bit more finesse. But that's also part of its charm. Patek Philippe isn't just here to give us a watch that looks like every other luxury sports model out there. They've made something that's going to get people talking, and maybe even debating. The Cubitus is not just an evolution of the Nautilus, it is a whole new look, a fresh perspective on what a luxury sports watch can be. Models and features, the lineup. Alright, now let's talk options, because the Cubitus comes in 3 distinct models, and each one brings something different to the table. Number 1, reference number 5121A. The stainless steel version is the one that most people will gravitate towards. It is the spiritual successor to the Nautilus, in a way, because it brings that same high-end steel-made appeal. At 45 millimeters, this watch makes a statement. But thanks to its slim profile of only 8.3 millimeters, it sits comfortably on the wrist without feeling too chunky. The finishing is a masterpiece of contrasts, with alternating polished and satin brush surfaces that play with light in the most mesmerizing way. Now, the dial. This is where things get really interesting. The sunburst olive green color feels fresh, unexpected, and totally captivating. It's the kind of color that grabs your attention, yet it remains understated enough to be versatile. The horizontal embossing adds texture, catching the light at different angles and creating a subtle radiance that elevates the whole aesthetic. And let's not overlook the white gold applied hour markers. They're not just there for function, but also for form, coated in a white luminescent material that ensures readability even in dim lighting. But what really makes the Cubitus 58211A special is its ability to marry sophistication with modern style. The olive green dial is a breath of fresh air in the world of classic watches, while the sleek, slim profile makes it perfect for everyday wear. It's luxurious, yes, but it's also approachable. A watch that you can dress up or down depending on the occasion. A true masterpiece from Patek Philippe that proves that steel can be just as luxurious as gold. Now, number 2, reference number 58211AR. Now, if you're feeling a bit extra, the two-tone version might be more your speed. Patek Philippe doesn't do ordinary, and this watch is no exception. It is an ideal blend of luxurious rose gold and sturdy stainless steel, making it both striking and versatile. The first thing that grabs your attention is the distinctive square case. At 45 millimeters in diameter, this watch commands a presence on the wrist. Yet, the design is all about balance. The way that the light plays off the different textures means that the watch never looks the same from one angle to another, keeping things interesting. And while it's bold, it manages to maintain an incredibly slim profile at just 8.3 millimeters, which is pretty impressive for such a robust-looking piece. Moving to the dial, that is a real showstopper. The sunburst blue dial is horizontally embossed, giving it texture and an almost radiant effect when the light hits it. The way the blue contrasts with the rose gold applied baton-style hour markers is pure elegance. Under the hood, the timepiece is powered by the Caliber 26330SC, a self-winding mechanical movement that features a stop-second function. What does that mean for you? Well, it allows for an ultra-precise time setting, so no need to worry about your seconds being off. The rose gold and steel bracelet ties the whole thing together. It's the kind of timepiece that quietly tells the world you have arrived, without needing to shout about it. Number 3. Reference number 5822P. For those who want the ultimate flex, here's the Platinum model. The Platinum finish offers a mix of polished and vertical satin brush surfaces, creating a play of light and texture that makes the watch shine without being gaudy. And just when you think that it can't get any more sophisticated, there's a baguette-cut diamond at 6 o'clock. It's subtle, but significant, adding a dash of sparkle that only a watch of this caliber can carry off so effortlessly. Inside, the 5822P is just as remarkable. Powered by the Caliber 240 PSCI-JLU, this watch isn't just about showing off a good look, it is about function and precision. The grand date complication, positioned in a twin aperture at 12 o'clock, is an immediate standout. It makes the date as clear and as prominent as possible, all while maintaining a sense of balance on the dial. Then there's the sunburst blue dial, which takes the design game up several notches. It's horizontally embossed, giving it a texture that catches the light in a way that brings the whole face to life. The strap deserves its own shout-out. Patek Philippe has gone for a navy blue composite material with a fabric pattern, which is a refreshing departure from more traditional leather or metal bracelets. This gives the watch a modern, casual chic vibe. But what really makes the 5822P unique is how it blends technical complexity with bold design choices. The grand date, moon phase, and small seconds complications are beautifully integrated into the design, and each one brings its own sense of importance without overwhelming the overall look. This isn't just another release, it is a declaration. Pricing and market position. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The price. Because, let's be real, with a brand like Patek Philippe, the price tag is part of the conversation. You're looking at some serious numbers here. The stainless steel reference 5121A comes in at a cool $41,240. The two-tone reference 58211AR will set you back $61,280. And if you want the Platinum Beauty reference 5822P, you're looking at a hefty $88,380. Yes, those are some big numbers, even by Patek's already high standards. And honestly, that's where the conversation heats up. Is the quality, design, and the whole new collection vibe of the Cubitus worth that price? Oh, some might argue that with those kinds of figures, you're paying a bit extra for the Patek name rather than the jaw-dropping innovation or groundbreaking design. The verdict. Is the Cubitus worth it? So, is the Cubitus Collection worth all the hype? Well, that depends. If you are a die-hard Patek Philippe fan, then this is a no-brainer. I mean, we're talking about the first new collection in 25 years. That alone is enough to make any collector's pulse quicken. The legacy, the brand history, and that unmistakable Patek quality are all baked into these pieces. For a true Patek enthusiast, the Cubitus is a must-have addition. But if you're coming at this from a pure design or feature perspective, the Cubitus has its quirks. Let's be honest, the bulky case and that severe bracelet taper, not exactly everyone's style. It might feel a bit too bold for some. And I can see how the aesthetic might divide opinions. However, this is Patek Philippe we're talking about. a brand synonymous with timeless design and flawless craftsmanship. So, even if the Cubitus isn't the most groundbreaking watch in terms of innovation, it still embodies everything that Patek stands for. But here's where things get interesting. Patek Philippe watches are not just luxury purchases, they're practically investments. These watches hold their value like few other luxury items on the planet. So, while it might feel like a major splurge now, chances are you're making a smart move for the future, too. It is that delicate balance of indulgence and long-term value that makes Patek Philippe such a powerhouse in the watch world. At the end of the day, Patek Philippe didn't need to launch the Cubitus to prove anything. They've already cemented themselves as one of the greatest watchmakers of all time. But the fact that they did launch a new collection after 25 long years shows that they are still committed to pushing boundaries and evolving with the times. So, whether you're eyeing the stainless steel, the two-tone, or the platinum model, one thing's for sure. The Cubitus is a statement. A bold one. And in the world of luxury watches, that's what it's all about. So, what do you think about the Cubitus? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to respond to every single response. Like and subscribe if you love elegant timepieces. And if you don't subscribe, it just means I'll just have to wait another day to onboard you. See you in the next video.